Hi, I'm Elaine.Bayless, the voice of reason for overwhelmed moms. And this is my cat, Shadow. He's one of my best boys. He's 17 years old. And he's camera shy. Here you go, buddy. So I'm giving him some tuna fish as a reward for letting me film him. And I wanted to film him because this is the end of his life. This is his last week. He has significant health issues, and his quality of life is basically over. So I just kind of wanted him to make a feature, and it ties into my blog post. So my blog post this week is about clean pain and dirty pain. And you may have heard of this concept. You may not have. It's a concept that I learned about through Martha Beck. But it's not just a Martha Beck theory. It's something that psychologists talk about. And you know, I introduced you to my cat. And you know, that's not the only thing going on in my life. I've been very busy and very stressed out over the last couple months. My husband and I decided to do some work on our deck and started this project in May that we thought would be done by Memorial Day, and it is the second week of July, and we are just now finished. And I would use the word finished a little bit generously. It's been stressful, and my daughter has switched preschools twice now because of circumstances that were not entirely within my control, and that's stressful for her. And we've been dealing with other stuff, just personal stuff. It's just been a really hard couple of months. And you know, I talk about pleasure a lot, and I talk about treating yourself and enjoying yourself and taking pleasure out of life, but that doesn't mean that I'm blind to the fact that sometimes life is painful. And it's been a painful couple of months, stressful. Especially, you know, the news from the vet about my cat and his condition. I mean, I cried a lot. I've cried a lot, and I will continue to cry over the loss of my cat. And you know, that's a very small loss in the big picture. People deal with all kinds of losses and all kinds of stresses. And what I wanted to talk about is that, you know, it has been hard for me, but I have been managing my pain and keeping it in the realm of clean pain. I've been avoiding contaminating it. If you think about a wound, you don't want to rub dirt into your wound. That makes it dirty. That's dirty pain and clean pain. You have a wound. You want to keep it clean. You keep it clean by controlling your thoughts. And Martha Beck talks about basically dirty pain is when you tell yourself, or someone else tells you and you believe them, that whatever is causing you pain is a direct result of something wrong with you. You know, I failed my cat. I did not plan well for this deck renovation. I screwed up relationships. I failed. And I am a failure. That's dirty. Dirty pain. You know, and it's other things. It's the should have statements. It's the ought to have statements. I should have spent more time loving on my cat when I had him. I've had him for 17 years, and I have not always just opened my arms, dropped everything, and, you know, given him affection. You know, he's a cat. But it's true of people too. My husband, you know, I mean, there are times that I am selfish, that I'm a jerk. You know, I don't drop everything and give him undivided attention every time he asks. So at some point, I'm going to face the fact that I wasn't a perfect wife. And if I refuse to accept the basic truth that I wasn't perfect at being a wife, at being a mother, at all of these things, then that will contaminate my pain and make it very dirty. And dirty pain is much, much worse. It's much more harmful, and it's much more difficult to recover from. And that's what I've really been working on. And, if you've been following me on Facebook, you've probably noticed I have a lot of posts about, oh, I've been so stressed out, but I went outside and got the mail today. Or, oh, I've been so busy, but I did this to treat myself. So, and the other piece of it has been managing all of my stress, all of my concerns, and keeping them clean. And the result of that is when I go to bed at night, I can let go, close my eyes, and get the sleep that I desperately need. Because I'm not staying awake worrying. I could be staying awake thinking, oh, you're such an idiot. Why didn't you plan better for this deck program? How could you possibly be so naive as to think you could redo your deck in 2 weekends? I could be beating myself up about that. Or I could be laying awake looking at the ceiling thinking, okay, we have to do the first coat of paint and we have to paint the pickets, which means we're going to have to get out the ladders. And if it rains, that means we're 1 day behind, right? And that would keep me awake. Dirty pain, right? Dirty pain. I think about my cat. And I think about, I could either choose to beat myself up for not being perfect, or I could accept that he and I have been together for 17 years and that I have loved him the best that I knew how. And my family would tell you that I have loved him beyond what was needed. I've certainly spent plenty of money on him. I've really worked hard to give him a good home. And so clean pain is letting go of regrets, letting go of should-haves, so that I can just accept that I did what I did. That doesn't mean I'm not going to cry. It doesn't mean I'm not going to miss him. The pain will be there, and it will take time to heal. But I will be able to heal from it because I'm keeping it clean. And I'm able to I'm going to have the resiliency to bounce back from this very stressful couple of months because I've been keeping my pain clean. I've been keeping my stress clean. I have been able to sleep. And when you're stressed or in pain, sleep is essential. So what do you got to do? You got to really get clear in your head what's true and what's not. What am I telling myself that is not helpful? What am I telling myself that's making this worse? And if you are having trouble with that, that is what I am here for. Give me a call. Schedule an appointment with me. You can go to my website, soulcourse.com, schedule an appointment with me. The first hour, the first appointment will be free. We'll sit down, we'll assess where you are, and I'll help you. I'll talk to you. What are you dealing with? What is your pain? And, we can talk about methods for sorting through clean and dirty pain. And I want to help you because you don't have to hurt and you don't have to have anxiety keeping you up at night. You don't have to beat yourself up. You can learn how to grieve in a healthy way, how to feel pain that is healthy and normal, and move through that process without contaminating it with thoughts that you're a failure or you're a bad person or any of those other things that just make life more difficult than it has to be. And that's what I'm really passionate about. So please go ahead and schedule some time with me. I would love, love, love. I'm going to have a link to schedule time with me on the bottom of this video. And let's sit down and talk. And one of the things I do is I can help you assess where you are. I can refer you. I know mental health care workers. I know psychologists. I can help you find a professional if that's what you need. And if what you need is more low-key, maybe you need pastoral counseling. I am a pastoral counselor as well. And that is something that, if that's what you need, that's what we'll offer. So just give me a call. And let's find a way to clean up the pain and the stress so that you don't have to suffer any more than is necessary, that you don't have to suffer any more than is healthy. Because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say that life isn't painful sometimes, because it is. Sometimes life hurts. But it doesn't have to hurt. It doesn't have to hurt any worse, is what I'm trying to say. Life can be painful. And you do need to move through grief at times. But don't make it harder on yourself than it has to be. And I'm Elaine.Bayless. I'm the voice of reason for overwhelmed moms and women in transition. Thank you.